Let's just compare this across the 4 states. If you just give me a moment and bear with me as I do this, let's look at Rahul Gandhi's strike rate across the 4 states. Remember, we showed you in Delhi that his strike rate was only 10%. Let's look at the strike rate for Rajasthan. Here it is. Rahul Gandhi's strike rate in Rajasthan, 14.55. That's not very sharp. That's not very smart. Just 4.5% more than his strike rate in Delhi. Congress candidates losing on 18 of the seats that Rahul Gandhi campaigned in. I now want to come to Madhya Pradesh. This is why I love the Insta trackpad so much, because it has instant answers to some of the most complex questions, and that's why the designers have been working so hard in putting this together. Let's look at Rahul Gandhi's performance in Madhya Pradesh now. Over here, well, Rahul Gandhi is not done too badly. 11 for the BJP on seats where Rahul Gandhi campaigned, 9 for the Congress. That's sort of where they were last time, not helping, not damaging either. So if you look at this, Veer Sangvi, you can't really blame Rahul Gandhi too much. In a larger, more broad stroke sense, of course he can be blamed. But if you look at the specifics, what do you make of the strike rate figures that we just put out?
I'm not so sure the strike rate makes much difference, because if the Congress is routed in a particular...
Just give me a moment. Anna Hazare is speaking at this time. I want to listen to what he's saying.
जनलोकपाल राज्य विधानसभा में नहीं आता, लोकसभा में आता, लेकिन अच्छा लोक आयुक्त लाएंगे. तो अभी जो अच्छा लोक आयुक्त लाना, किसी के साथ जुड़ने के बाद अच्छा लोक आयुक्त आएगा क्या? एक बात. दूसरा, खिचड़ी की सरकार, जो खिचड़ी बनाकर सरकार बनती है, वो कभी भी ठीक नहीं चलती है. चलने से वो चलते का नाम गाड़ी. कोई करप्शन करेगा, उसको संभालना, कोई क्या करता है उसको संभालना, ऐसे में होता है. लेकिन अरविंद ने एक अच्छा किया कि 0 से ये लड़ी और कम से कम 24 सीटें. वो अंदाजा लगाया था लोगों ने कि 18 मिलेगी, लेकिन 24 जो कदम आगे बढ़े.
That's Anna Hazare now suddenly singing praises. This man is not consistent. You know, you have to at least give this much to Arvind Kejriwal, Shiv Vishwanathan, that he's consistent in what he says. Anna Hazare now saying, I'm glad one day he'll become Chief Minister. He's done not too badly. Just a couple of days before the elections, he was saying completely the opposite. Shiv Vishwanathan, your take on Anna Hazare?
I think Anna Hazare is one mannerism. He loves to give character certificates to everyone. He has given one to Arvind.
And there's no consistency in his character certificates either.
No, I don't expect consistency from Anna Hazare. I think the power of Anna Hazare lies in the unexpected. And I think to a certain extent, without being ironic, he knows that he has been dumped out of history by Arvind Kejriwal.
Well, very clearly, this Tavleen Singh is as much of an affirmation as ever possible of the fact that Anna Hazare is a marginal, fringe, almost non-existent, non-consequential player, whereas Arvind Kejriwal as a political force in the Indian space is here as an entity possibly to stay.
But he was the first stage rocket on which this was launched.
Sure.
Now that he's
then the satellite seems to have taken off.
Yeah, the problem is the satellite's taken off to a different orbit. Anna must be feeling a bit left out.
What's the escape velocity of this satellite?
Feeling in the ground now. It's a very interesting thing that's happened actually, because Anna Hazare rejected politics and wanted decisions on laws, etc., to be made in the street. Yeah. And you know, that is not the way democracies work. So Arvind Kejriwal took the right decision, and you know, good for him that he's at least now in a political sphere. You can talk to him politically, because the movement was just nonsense, you know. It was, we will make the laws in the streets, you know.